Stop doing Michael Caine impressions.
I
I can't
Stop.
help.
Stop
can't
throwing
help.
those bloody arrows at me.
Stop writing on the text. What did I say? Stop writing on the text. Oh, fucking hell.
Who was that?
Me.
You are disgusting.
The second one was me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Both of you.
Is Matthew
Absolutely
getting on
foul.
any better? Matthew's ringing me.
On my screen, it looks.
See,
like
unlike you
Matt?
uncivilized fucks, I have a mute button for that.
Yeah,
I
of course you can.
appreciate that.
I also
No,
have
you
it for
see-
when I fucking cough to death over here. You guys don't have to hear it.
Again, appreciate it.
How do I do that, Math?
So this is not live to people yet, right?
Not yet. No, it's not live. For some reason, Matthew is not being allowed to speak. According to this, Abby's muted.
Yeah, because I muted myself. It could be his headset settings. He may need to come out of the app, unplug his headset, plug it back in again, and go back into the app.
Abby says you might have to come off. Okay. Do you want to give that a try? No, he's still in the chat.
There is another way you can do it. If you go on settings, user settings, and or just settings, and then it should have like audio and video, and you can change it there.
Yeah, I've got voice and video, and it's not doing anything.
Yeah, he says he's got the voice and video. He can hear us.
Okay,
I can hear
so
Baron, and
Is
Baron can hear me
his
through your
microphone muted individually? Because I have a mute switch on my microphone, which does not show up in chat when I mute.
Oh, Math.
phone. And all three microphones I've used.
Can you guys hear him?
They can hear me through your phone.
It's close enough to hear through his. They just sit awkwardly close together for the whole thing.
Yeah, actually. Oh, then again, that's because we're not gonna be able to. Because I've got it through
In
a
that case,
headset.
though, I request a live stream.
Oh, hang on, Math. Actually, if you come and sit in here, because if you bring the headset that's USB, it might be able to work if you just sit next to me.
I'm just gonna try and.
You think your computer can handle 2 inputs without like Epsteining itself?
Epstein.
It's a Lenovo. That bad boy survived a litre of water being poured over it. It can survive anything.
He's
I have a
American. He doesn't
Lenovo,
understand
and
metric
every time
measurements.
I try to tune a car, like my computer sounds like it's gonna put itself into a low Earth orbit.
Yeah, no, my brother upped the thermal paste. I spilt water over it during lockdown when I was working from home, and I covered it in a litre of water. And within like 5 seconds of that happening, my brother got the case off it and was like drying it out. My dad was on hairdryer duty drying it, and he just so happened to have a shitload of thermal paste. So
Due to an
it saves a lot of...
unfortunate series of events, my prior laptop ended up with lots of bullet holes in it. So I bought one that was the bare minimum of what would run the specs to be able to tune cars with, and it's hated life ever since.
Alex's one is a Ryzen 5. So it's
Any luck, Math? Math, you're finally off the call.
I'm shutting it down. I'm gonna try again.
You're gonna reset, are you? Can you join it on the phone? Does it work on the phone?
Probably. I don't really want to do it for my phone because that's gonna set rules.
So I'm joining you all from an iPad because basic white bitch privilege.
Yeah, you guys are just hooked up to my phone right now that's sitting in front of me while I play Xbox.
There we go. I've got more bars now.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
On the Discord or on?
Discord, yeah.
No, I hang on. Speak on the Discord.
No, mute yourself on the Discord because I'm hearing you through both.
Okay, I'm muting myself on the Discord for a second, guys. You won't hear me, alright? Right, can you hear me?
Oh no, that's a shame.
You just have to do it without me now.
Oh, that's annoying. That's a shame. When you can come sit next to me when we'll.
people started doing it. So many cool little cars. And to be honest, I kind of blame car YouTube a lot for this because
I can hear myself on TikTok.
It's a bit unique and a bit interesting.
Yeah, you're not coming up on the
Who's
Discord, sorry,
doing
man.
that?
Actually, like a great little bargain for the money, and then they'll do a whole build series on it.
But he said we wouldn't be able to hear him, but we just did.
Oh, I
How
can't figure out why it's not letting you.
Inception.
I know.
Just you start with
Nolan,
it, and
Dan,
I'll try and work it out.
Okay. All right. Well.
Al set.
All right,
Why
man.
is it?
I'm gonna
whoever
start
I
the
block on
stream in about
TikTok
2
end
minutes,
up
alright?
getting ad deals,
Alright.
and then I still
Love
keep
you.
seeing them.
See you in a
I'm
minute.
like, no, I blocked you. Stay away from me.
Who,
I mean, it could be worse.
who have you
I keep
blocked
going
now?
into K-pop channels.
Oh, I block people that annoy me. So it's like the girl who's like, "How does a deaf girl wash her hair?" Kept getting on my tits, and now she's got an advert on TV. So every time I watch Love Island, I end up having to watch. How does a deaf girl wash her hair? I'm like, your voice irritates me.
Right, are
Please
you
stop.
guys ready to go?
How does a blind girl do open heart surgery?
That's it. How does a blind girl? I got her confused with the deaf girl that's on Love Island.
Guys,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Right, are you guys ready to go?
Who said that? Who said
Yes.
that?
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Right
Yes,
then.
Can anyone
Let's-
hear me?
We're
Right.
going live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, I'm going
12.
live. So is that now live and open to the public? Ugh. My bloody jeans just got caught on the floor. Please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. I don't. Right. We got viewers. So I think we are now live. Hello everyone. I'm Alex Twinspark. I am joined by many, I would say, esteemed guests, but I'm not sure any of you count as esteemed, do you? And we're going to do a roast live stream. So if you could all introduce yourselves. So obviously I'm Alex. Parron, if you want to go next.
All right, I suppose I'm Aaron.
Abby.
Hi, I'm Abby.
Tyler.
Yeah, I'm here.
And Matthew. Yeah, his is still not working, so he may join us in a bit. Hopefully he can, but we make no promises. I'm now waiting for... There we go. So can you guys currently see what's on my screen? Can you see the live
Yes.
stream and all of its glory?
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually works this time.
I know! How rare is that? Right, guys, so...
Especially when we're involved.
I know. It's incredible. So, guys, we've got about 20-odd cars now. They're all kind of just user sent in over Instagram. These are what was left, because for some reason, a load of them got deleted by Instagram. Don't know why
They
that
were
is.
that bad?
I don't know. But these are the remnants of what's left. So hopefully we can finish these in time to me to go watch Top Gear afterwards, and it should be a good, jolly, fun time. So, are you guys ready to get on with the first car?
Yeah, go on then.
I mean, is it gonna make my eyes bleed again?
Hopefully not, because I kind of like
Ooh,
it.
Oh, I don't hate that.
Yeah, I normally hate VAG stuff. I quite like that. So much so that it's possibly going to be reviewed for the channel next weekend.
Oh, nice. I mean, the
Mhm.
only downside I see is I can't stand red vehicles.
It's a
Right,
nice
that's it.
red, though.
Goodbye, Tyler. Bye, Tyler.
It's
Oh.
fire truck red.
It's sexy. You can't not love red. Red's great.
No,
Red's
the last time I bought a
great.
car, it was a Corvette that was red, and it was so horrible. Like 2 days into owning it, I painted it.
Well, the mistake you made is you bought a
Only
GM product. That
Shut your mouth. I love Corvettes. Just because you guys don't get to have fun with cheap Corvettes doesn't mean I won't.
I am gutted.
Yep.
In fairness, we don't get cheap Corvettes. That's like the worst thing. Is I'd love to have, you know what I mean. I'd love to have a cheap Corvette. But this is such a. I like this a lot. I like that it's. I don't think it's loaded. I think he's just literally got aftermarket wheels and tinted the bottom lights. and that's it. I don't think it's
Yeah,
been particularly
that's all
modified.
it needs. So that's perfect for a daily.
Yeah, that's cool. And he lives local as well.
dunno.
So, oh,
It looks like it would be uncomfortable. First point. Second one, I feel like it's going to go really faded. So, like, give it, 10, 15 years, and it's on maybe its fifth owner. It's not going to look so great, and I just feel like it's. I don't know.
No, that's just that's patina. People pay extra for that.
I'll never get why though.
I'm not a huge fan of the grill either. It kind of
Really?
looks like he's got a moustache.
Yeah, but that's how, if you don't have that, how are you going to know it's a taxi and not a police car? Actually, I say that the Skodas are more police cars now than Audis, aren't they? Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's nice, but I wouldn't own it.
I wouldn't own it either, but I do quite like that, which is odd for me. I liked a VAG. I don't know if it's the diesel VRS or petrol. I've got the live chat on my my phone.
I was gonna ask, is anyone actually watching what they have to say?
At least 7 people are watching.
Someone
Oh,
said
okay.
if you keep on the wax and polish, it will stay red. I'm aware of that. I've owned many red cars, and I love a good bit of auto glim.
I've accidentally
just
pressed.
See,
Yeah.
I do both ends
Not
of the spectrum
everyone-
though. I've got one truck that gets like washed and waxed all the time, and I've got another one that I've owned for 3 years that I've never actually washed. The rain does it. It's fine.
The same as my car. The rain does it. I don't care about this one. I don't wash it. I don't polish it. I just don't care. You know.
Do you know your
added-
Fiesta is significantly, by a long way, the least viewed review we've had on the channel by a long way. People did
Okay,
not
I'll
I've been
do it
meaning to go
properly.
watch that. I heard it was a diesel, and I'm in.
You need to review the Rover.
I
and then
do.
You'll get like millions of views.
We do. I love the remote. Anyway, talking of other cars, look at what we got here. It's Tyler Gribble's Poppy Upmobile. It's an
I mean,
MX-5.
lots of points for the pop-ups, and I kind of like the toe straps. It looks like a tongue.
I can't
Bonus
help
points
it.
if you would have made a bigger one that was stitched like a tongue.
The only problem is now, since it was pointed out by the lovely lady in my life, there's a Twingo in the background. Now I kind of want to see the Twingo as well.
I want the Twingo. I'm way more invested in than Twingo. It's the first thing I noticed. It's like, oh, Twingo, and yeah, I'm
So-
really sorry. It's being upstaged by the Twingo
We
because
do
it's a
that.
really mint Twingo as well.
There's a Reliant Scimitar and I think a Saab convertible in the background as well. You're missing out on.
Right, so Queen Margaret had one of those.
Did
True.
she? Well,
Princess Margaret, not Queen Margaret.
for it.
I gotta find. It's not gonna lie, I thought that was the Range Rover Evoque convertible. I feel like
Might be
we're
Evoque.
completely ignoring this poor man's MX-5. I love that. I think it's a really nice color. I don't like the LED headlight thing. I hate that kind of stuff. I think it looks wrong.
I mean,
But
the only thing on there that looks wrong is why would you put a license plate on the front of a car?
you have to by law in the UK. It sucks. I don't
Yeah.
even know why, because I think it's just for ANPR in car parks.
It's also for the new speed cameras as well.
So
the
all the
skinny
reasons to
speed
rip
cameras,
it off and throw it on top
Yeah.
of your toolbox.
Yes.
basically. Because
I've
yeah,
got
the
all
new
the front-
skinny ones have got the AMPR as well on them. So yeah,
Makes me sad because it looks a lot better without the front plate. Front plates are just rubbish. But yeah. Matthew, I can hear you.
Did anyone else hear? Or was it
You,
just you?
you
Yeah,
are
I can-
that makes
incredibly,
one of
us.
incredibly quiet. Can you move the microphone any closer to your face? Oh, there we go. Ah, we've been joined by my brother.
Alright.
You are incredibly quiet, Matt.
Okay, right. Give me 2 minutes and I will switch to a different microphone.
We have you. So this is my brother Matthew, who's been on a shoot with me all day. We've been shooting a big thing on convertibles today, which will be up on the channel. Should be the end of this week, hopefully. It was quite a fun shoot today.
How many times did you get rained on doing things with convertibles?
Once,
So
and
many
it was
times.
torrential. It was like the sky opened, and like the roof was down in the MR2. It just pelted down. We had to get the camera back away really, really quickly. It was a huge panic. That was great.
I got rained on coming back from Waitrose buying food that I'm not even going to eat tonight.
Wait,
Disappointing.
Yeah.
She's not as middle
Waitrose.
class as it sounds.
I'm going
Actually,
to
to be
disappear
fair-
from the stream a second, and I'm going to switch headset to see if I can come back better.
Okay.
To be fair, from what I gather, co-ops are about the same price as Waitrose, and I've been shopping in co-op like all the time.
Co-op is deceivingly expensive.
Yeah, that's 'cause
Waitrose is deceivingly cheap.
For me, it isn't for me.
Waitrose has
Coffee.
a Fentimans lemonade. No other shop seems to, and I like me a Fentimans lemonade.
Converted you to the middle class way of life.
Waitrose, that's
I don't
upper
understand
class right
any
there.
of what you guys are saying.
Right, so we have like Asda and Tesco. Asda is literally owned by Walmart, right? So that's your Walmart
Yeah,
alternative. Waitrose is a bit posh. I don't know enough American stores to make this work.
It's like Trader Joe's, that kind of vibe.
Oh, I do like Trader Joe's.
Yeah, like
I thought Trader Joe's is like B&Q,
oddly.
isn't it?
No, it's like organic food and like really foodie kind of thing.
Oh, I thought with a name like
Do you
Trader
like
Joe's,
Trader
it'd be
Joe's
all
has
wood and
weird stuff. If you want like really organic stuff, you go to like what's the name of that place I never go to? Whole Foods.
Yeah, that it's kind of like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods kind of vibe. So
Someone's asked
I mean,
if
half of that I
Asia
like
is
and half
owned
of that
by
I can't stand.
Walmart. Rundom Dog 3? No, Asia is not owned by Walmart. Asda was, apparently. I've just found out it's been sold.
yeah, it's been sold.
Apparently, Waitrose is like Walgreens.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm.
That kind of.
The only
kind
ones
of
I
thing.
know are Sheetz and Wawa, and I know that's a Pennsylvania thing. And this is the problem is I watched.
I went to Buc-ee's today. It's like a gas station the size of like a Walmart. It's great.
God, why would you? No, because if you want to go to a petrol station, you get petrol and you leave. Maybe you get like a drink or a meal deal.
See, you guys have a country the size of a state. You don't go very far. You don't understand. You've never driven 24 hours straight without leaving like a landmass.
France.
Maybe I
That's
have.
great.
Maybe I just got really lost and went in a big circle. That I wouldn't put that
I want to
past
say when
me.
I lived in Indy, when I drove straight through to Las Vegas, it was like 24 hours, and the only thing I had to stop for was fuel. But yeah, big gas stations are great on those trips.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah, I
Especially
can get
ones that have
behind
like
it.
all
Math,
the
I can
food.
hear you. You're sounding actually quite good now.
Okay.
So
I
this
don't know
is
if that's a compliment on me or my microphone.
this is Matthew. This is my
You've
brother.
already introduced me. Yeah.
You've been described as Matthew Twinspark. So Alex and Matthew Twinspark. There we go. Anyway, apparently it's BP with extra tech. Are you guys ready to go on to the next car?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah, we
roasting
kinda
these or are
spoke
we?
about this one.
It's whatever. If you want to roast them or
Ah.
your opinion, yeah, I couldn't care less about it. I mean, it's the nicest looking of the Astras.
That's the only one we got in the U.S.
Oh
The
yeah,
nicest looking of the Astras.
it's not a high praise. I do think this is a nice. If you had the 3-door, I think these actually look kind of good.
I believe
I'm more
we only got
interested in
gas
that
ones
Peugeot
in the, US, though.
background.
Which one, the camper van or the 5008?
Well, no, there's
5,000.
three.
Or the
no.
207 behind it. There's a lot of Peugeots in that
Yeah.
car park. I mean, I like the fact he's given it a name. I appreciate that. But there's nothing interesting about this car at all. It is, if beige is a color, it is technically modified. I don't know what modification he's done. He didn't give me the list of things he's done to it. That's the thing. So I don't know what's been done to it. But this is where I was sent.
I'm trying to work out where he's from based on
Ireland.
the number plate. Ireland.
Or in real life.
Yeah, you can actually find this car in real life. We don't know where, but it's out there somewhere.
I just checked the live stream and it is just a box inside a box inside a box inside a box.
The live stream works fine on my end.
Yeah, I've got the live stream fine on YouTube on my phone.
Anyone in the comments, is the
Oh,
live
sorry,
stream?
no,
Are we sure that this is actually his car, not
Yeah.
just a random car he took a picture of in a parking lot to submit to us?
It's the old live stream, not the current one. It was
Oh, that, you panicked me
okay.
then, Matthew.
Ignore that. Ignore that. Ignore that. I was just going to check that. See, I've come in and I've messed everything up. This is me, just so everyone knows. This is what I do. I appear like a Pokemon and just destroy everything.
Ah, it's fine. It's all you need in
Ooh.
life.
Do you take donations to go annoy somebody with their MR2? I've got
Don't, because
suggestions.
he's 2 doors down from me. He's literally like three doors over. If he comes, he can actually.
I
break
know,
the
and I
door.
will start donations for him to sabotage your car just to see you try to fix it.
I finally got it working. Don't
I'm
give me
usually the
that.
one that helps him fix it, so I would be doing myself over as well.
I think it's safe to say that we're all a bit bored of Oliver.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean, it's one of those cars that if you drove past it and you were like, oh, it sounds a bit, funky out here, you'd automatically presume it was coming from that car. Like it just.
Nah. This generation of Astra is strictly vaping now. If you want this sort of era of golf, that's where you're gonna smell the weed.
I don't know. Maybe Luton's a bit different, but yeah, it's.
Well, the thing is, we were actually having a film shoot for. What car was it? I think it might have been your Fiesta, funny enough. And just as we were wrapping up, just this golf pulls in, reeking of weed, and they're all just smoking weed, just parked up there. So that was.
Yeah.
Join in.
I've just found out it's got neon green calipers. I've just noticed. Someone commented in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I kind of appreciate that at least. That's got a unique touch. But I'm sorry, Michael. I've got nothing for this car.
No.
Oh, so the VRS from a few pages ago, that is the diesel one, but it has got ceramic coating on it to stop the red from fading. So thank you, Robert, for giving us that information. I appreciate that.
It goes up a point for being a diesel.
Right, these are Robert Morgan's cars. He's recently got rid of his 190E, but he's got that and the R53. I gotta be honest. I don't normally like bad cars. That 190E, that's hot as hell.
Yeah, why would you get rid of that?
Why? That's so cool. And it's got roof rack. Roof racks on cars immediately cooler.
Roof rack and bagged Mercedes is all you need.
And the thing is with Mercedes, it's one of the very few brands that work in beige.
Yes.
The Mini.
That's actually it's not beige. It's champagne. Get it
Oh,
right.
champagne.
I don't know if that's
Champagne.
but yeah, it's either that. Yeah, champagne.
That's hot. as
So-
hell.
Is that a supercharged Mini or a turbo Mini?
It'd probably be a turbo one. Because
Ew.
after
No,
the first few years, they stopped making them supercharged after a few years. I can't remember if it was like.
I think that might be one of the last of the supercharged ones.
No,
I mean, I understand that like the turbo cars should be better in every way, but having driven them both, I loved the noise of the supercharged ones.
Superchargers are
Blower
better
line
than
makes
turbos.
everything better. I know. Why do you think I have a supercharged diesel? I mean, I have a turbo diesel
Math, what's
too,
your
but the
opinions? 'Cause
supercharged
I
one's
can't hear
much
you.
cooler.
What's my opinion on what?
On either of them, because I can't hear you. You went really quiet. I was like, oh no, we've lost him again.
So I was just looking at them. I like the Merc. I like it a lot. But I was just trying to work out if he maybe got rid of the Merc because of the ever increasing cost of maintenance.
Oh yeah, on the Mini.
No, you can't just get rid of champagne and hookers like that.
I don't know. I guess maybe it's something that blew up. Thing is, I know with the 190 they are slow, like dirt slow. Because
I know. It's why you put it on air
engine
ride. You
swap
just don't
it.
care.
That would be my first question with the 190E.
I mean,
Did
I'm
he swap
pretty
it?
sure he's in the actual YouTube live chat, so we could just
Uh-huh.
ask him.
I don't think he is.
You can hear this.
Hey Robert,
That
if
would
you're
have
here,
been so
tell-
nice with an LS.
we don't have easy access to LS.
What is it with
Send
America?
me money and I'll put it on a crate for you.
Swap it.
I would LS swap my
I have
LR2.
spare ones.
See, I like the Merc,
Hang on,
but
didn't
my
you have
friend
an
got a nice
355
one.
engine for a while? Just dotted
I
about.
did. It was my living room table.
I love that. That's one of my probably the best sounding Ferrari engine ever made.
Okay, so this is going to make you even madder. At the same time I owned that, I owned a 90s IndyCar chassis that I got off the ceiling of a bar.
And you didn't at all think to put the best sounding Ferrari engine in that.
That's exactly what I was going to do. Do you know how much that transmission cost? I only had a roller.
I'm disappointed.
My engine
Disappointing.
was out of a fire damaged 355, and I was trying to piece the parts together to make a Indy car that was
You
better. But
Don't need a
I was broke.
transmission, just 1-to-1. That's all you need. Just weld a drive shaft to it, Tyler. No clutch. Just
I've done dumber things in my life.
exactly.
Let's go.
Exactly.
So how rude are we allowed to be about these cars?
You can be as rude as you want.
I don't like the Mini. It screams estate agent. It's just
In fairness, it's not helped by the background because that looks like the exact sort of high street in which you'd find an estate agent.
Yeah, but the specifically the kind of estate agent which would wear a suit in the same shade of beige as the Mercedes.
it would be like one of those grey fitted suits, Dior Sauvage aftershave, and definitely got a bit of a packet habit at the weekend.
And he's
Like-
taking you to go see a student house that reeks of cat piss and weed, and he's trying to tell you it's definitely lovely and that the smell will be definitely
Yeah,
gone. Both
that
of
While
those
is what
he's
it's
talking on
giving
the
me.
Bluetooth.
Yeah. And the entire time he's talking to any blokes, any women there, will just be looked straight down at their boobs. Nothing else. That's all they're going to do.
Yeah. I used
Maybe
to work
some
with them.
money.
I know
I'm
their
very
type.
sorry,
An
Robert.
estate
I didn't.
agent.
I'm not making a comment on you personally. I will point this
This
out.
is where we find out he's actually an estate agent.
And he's recently been done for staring down a woman's breasts.
Oh no, if he's working for my former employer, he wouldn't get done for that. He'd need to, find something much more outrageous to get sacked. Much, much more outrageous.
Should we
But
check out the next
yeah.
cars?
Sure.
Go on then.
It's Logan Greenway's Mark 6 Fiesta. I actually quite like this. I think this is a really nice generation. I think they look really nice. I like the subtle stickers. I like the wheels. I like the blue calipers. I don't know what engine's in it, but I quite like
It
that.
wasn't for the blue strip, I wouldn't like it. But the blue strip, for whatever reason, just makes me really like it.
Yeah, same.
Which
It's-
makes me feel like a child, but
If it wasn't for the blue stripe, I don't know that I would immediately recognize that was anything. It's a blob.
you guys didn't get this generation of Fiat because you only got the one after. You got the same generation as your one, Abby. I think that was the first one you guys
Yeah.
got.
although I'm not
Yeah, we
sure on the
never got
wheels.
that, but it just looks like depressing and soul crushing. I mean, the stripe adds a little bit of excitement, kind of like pouring hot sauce in your eye through a shitty day, but it's not great.
I've got no response to that. Oh.
It just spices your life up a bit. So it's only a 1.2. Well, it's the 11242, so it's like a 1.3. So it's not like an ST or anything.
I like it.
It's like where your dreams of driving go to die.
But its MOT is due to expire at the end of August.
Oh, are you being one of
So-
them weirdos that goes and checks people's MOTs?
No, I wanted to see if it was like an ST or something, because I can't actually see the picture all that well because I've not got my glasses on.
It's
So-
one of the things that I found really funny before was I posted a video because I saw a GR Yaris, right? I was like, oh, you just absolutely monstered me. I was in my Alpha, you absolutely monstered me. I should have put my dials, and somebody saw that I had an check engine light on, went into my channel to find my. But this wasn't someone who followed me, by the way. It was just a person. Went into my channel to like find my number plate. Googled my number plate on the MOT checker. Went back to the original video to then go, oh, that engine light's gonna fail you on your MOT, and like I like named a specific date, and I'm like, cool.
Who has that amount of time?
Why do people do that? It makes me.
Most of the internet.
I don't get why people do that. It's one of the weirdest things. Just like,
I think the only vehicle I have that has a light on is the airbag light in my flatbed because it's been totaled like 74 million times.
my MR2, thanks to some help from multiple people, Matthew, yourself, you, Abby, as well, and of course, Parron, lending me a
Hey.
singular stud.
The stud lending the stud. You know. I'm
I didn't
lending-
actually help you.
You
It wasn't
got my
me.
MOT booked, so that was that.
That's true,
But
but
thanks to that, my MR2 is finally, for the first time ever in its rotten, little pathetic life, works
yay!
almost flawlessly. Although I'm noticing if I'm braking like moderately heavily, it seems to kind of like go like a little bit right for some reason, and then seems to just brake in that, which is a bit weird. I can't tell if it's the front brakes braking harder than the rear brakes, or if I just need to replace all my brakes because they're all worn. But
What I will say is you couldn't pay me to own one of these Fiestas.
I know somebody who has the ST version of this Fiesta, and it's just put me off for life. You know, when like you see, it's a weird thing to say. You know somebody who owns something, and therefore it puts you off it because of the association. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, and due to the association, I'm put off.
So Abby can't like this because of who I'm assuming is a nonce. Because let's be
No,
honest, anyone who drives a
actually.
Fiesta no, it's not. It'd be a sex pest of some kind. I'm assuming.
I've driven this generation, same engine, one of these Fiestas.
That makes you a sex pest.
My brother had it as his first car, but he hadn't passed his test. He hadn't passed his test at the point, so we went and got it, and it was misfiring. But I still managed to get 80 out of it, uphill and overtake my dad whilst misfiring.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, well, you know the hill that I'm on about?
Yeah, it's not that steep. It is the hill that my car died on last, so there's that.
Yeah. So
Right.
there we go.
Shall we move to the next car?
Yeah, go on.
We got Will's D Turbo. I quite like this. I'm not enthused about the engine, but I think the 306 is actually quite a cool car. I think he's lowered it just enough. I like the colour. I quite like that. That's cool.
I'm assuming this is a diesel.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's great.
And it's a
Like the pollution is the solution.
because it's a Peugeot diesel. It's one of like the best. Like this generation diesel, I'm fairly sure is like one of the most renowned. And this engine got into like everything. It's a really reliable engine. This, if I remember correctly, and could make.
He's one of my Peugeot brethren, so I do have to like it automatically. But I like it anyway. So.
Yeah, I think these have aged quite nicely. It's a nice color as well. It's like that smoked blue, silvery color, which I quite like. He's
Not a
definitely
fan of the
Northern
number
Irish, someone
plate.
said.
I was going to say it'll be Irish.
I was gonna say yeah, you got a point. Yeah, because that is the same font we had on our old Beamer, which was Northern Irish, because you can get away with different number plate laws over there. Because I quite like Northern Ireland for kind of their lack of care when it comes to car laws for some reason. Because they got the DVA instead of the DVLA and all this stuff. But yeah, I kind of like that.
it.
Yeah.
The only thing that would put me off is that, again, I knew somebody who owned one, and they were driving along it to go to work, and the bonnet latch failed. Bonnet flew up and took out the windscreen and nearly took off their head. Keep an eye on the bonnet
dear.
latch on those if you have one, because they're known to fail, and they will try to kill you.
That's not a good thing.
No, really not.
Hey Alex, you should message Will and ask him what it's like to have working fog lights.
There was no need to be that mean to me. Alright, I've got one working fog light just because the other one blew up.
I understand your guys' fascination with fog lights over there. I just drove through the mountains today. Not a fog light in sight. I didn't even have my headlights on. It's fine.
Well, I've now, thanks to Parent, I've got Rover 25 fog lamps, which I want to mount in my bumper, which is I need to get a spare from bumper to experiment with at some point. But I want to like, you know what the Alpine A110 looks like? I want to do that. I want to do that to the MR2. Fog's a temporary, speed is forever. You're not right. You're not wrong, MR Temple. You're not wrong. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm gonna go to the next. Yeah, this is Rick's R50. This, I believe, is the supercharged one.
The one before was the supercharged one, I think, because it was after 2006. It was one of the last ones.
Yeah, but that was an R53. This is an R50.
Okay, why does the German-built Mini have to have like the fake fucking flag taillights?
Well, the thing is, that's an aftermarket.
British pride.
It is. It's built in Oxford. It is
Yeah.
built in
Yeah,
UK.
but it's owned by Germans. Who cares?
Yeah, but well, I was going to say it's made in the same factory as my 600. So
Is it actually?
Yeah. Those Rover 600s were built in Cowley, and that's basically just a Honda underneath. It doesn't mean it's Japanese. Yeah.
I will say they're aftermarket brake lights. Although I will say,
Yeah.
even as somebody who doesn't particularly support the union, I really love the British flag headlights. I think the brake tail lights. I think they look really cool.
I like the ones that are
Now if we're gonna do them in
standard.
headlights, I might think about this again. That's a horrible idea. But in taillights, just why?
I like the
Yeah.
ones that are standard on the minis that I think they're after 2018.
Do you-
Because I remember when they brought them out at Goodwood.
Here's the funny
I
thing:
like
they're not
those.
standard, and they're really difficult to sell in Northern Ireland because obviously a lot of them, I think, were getting burnt or like at least vandalised for having the British flag on the taillights.
Yeah.
Which I kind of love. Also, to the person asking why are the back wheels cambered and the front not, they are, just the front isn't cambered as much because obviously you need to steer a bit.
Yeah.
But it's difficult to see from the angle, but it is cambered at the front. I like this.
The thing I'm going to be picky with.
Oh
and
wait, it's got an
it's
offset
really-
exhaust, which means it's not a spicy one.
Yeah. Sorry. Let's say the thing I'm going to be picky with is the number plate is like short.
Yeah, I
And
hate
I just-
that so much.
It looks really shit. It looks cheap and also taking off the rear wiper blade.
Yeah,
appreciate-
I just noticed that as
what rear
well.
wipers.
I take it back,
Oh,
Nick.
it's
I
just-
hate your car. You've done me in with two particular mods I hate. And
If you're gonna take the rear wiper off, tint the rear windows. You know.
I don't get why people take
I
the
don't
rear
understand
wiper
why
off.
you guys just don't tint the windows on everything.
'Cause
Yeah,
some of
why
us
take-
like to see. Some of us don't drive massive pickup trucks that will drive over the danger.
Judging by the fact it's not tinted on the rear, it's like a Mini One, so it's not even a Mini Cooper. So he's done all this to a Mini One, which is a little bit more tragic.
I quite like this going in, and now I don't like it because of the. I have to go to the next one.
Oh, it's his first car at 17. That'll be why it's a Mini One then.
Alright, I'll give him that.
How much money do we want to bet that none of this that he's done's been declared to his insurance?
Don't make
You
accusations.
guys have to declare what you do to your insurance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah!
You have to, oh,
I had a
you
comma
got-
in the horsepower of a car, and my insurance company had no clue.
You have to declare it with DVLA and your insurance. If you don't and you have an accident, you're not insured. So I am willing to bet a large sum of money that none of what he's done to this car has been declared,
Mine's all
and
declared.
they've got not a clue.
I had a Camaro for a while that was making like 1,200 horsepower to the tires. As far as my insurance company knew, it was still a V6.
That's the same thing. What they don't know doesn't hurt us. You're not wrong, that British guy. You're not wrong.
It doesn't hurt you until your car gets written off and they won't pay out on it because you're void your insurance with
It's
it.
okay. They never pay off for racetrack accidents anyway.
Just thing I found out before
Although
is someone had a crash with a police car, right, in the UK, and the insurers wouldn't pay out, and I'm being 100% genuine here because a bumper sticker wasn't declared. Because like if you crash into a police car, the police will do apparently anything they can to not pay out. So I heard that was something that happened, which I thought was that was yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Right, I'm gonna move on to the next.
I'm
one.
advocating violence, but you guys should burn down the insurance company.
We should. Also, this is Josh's Arosa. I think I might be ill because this is the second VAG product I quite like.
I like Arosas and I like Lupos.
Yeah, so I think they're really cool. Really cute.
I really
cool
like the
cars.
red and the white combination. I like that it's not been overdone. It's nice. It is just a nice, not overdone. The bits that he's done are classy, in keeping with the theme, and yeah, I like.
I can't
this
get
one a
over
lot.
red, but also yellow license plate. Red and yellow do not belong on the same vehicle.
Yellow is the legal
Where's that hot
thing.
sauce for
We
my
have to
eyes?
have yellow. That's the law. It's the law.
That's the law.
If the law was yellow license plates, you should just throw it all away. Throw the entire government away on a yellow
I want
or red
to.
car. Yellow plate just makes me want to gouge my eyes out with a rusty spoon.
I will say the thing I love about the Arosa is the fact it just looks like a really angry puppy. It's like,
The annoying thing
I'm
is, like,
really annoyed. It's just this tiny car.
with number plates, like past a certain year backwards, you can have black number plates with white lettering
Which
because it's a
looks
classic
nicer.
plate.
You can
And
also
they're
have-
still
you can-
detectable by everything, but because they're less detectable than the white and yellow plate, you're not allowed them on modern cars.
I think some of the Channel Islands have black and white plates as well.
Yeah, I
Black
think
and
so. Where does Josh live? Guernsey, Jersey,
I think it's Guernsey.
Guernsey. Yeah, they've got they've got
Black and
black and
white.
white. Yeah. Yeah, no, I quite like that. I think that's a cool car. And he's got the wind deflectors, which you all hate for some reason, and I love.
I love wind
Oh,
deflectors.
Yeah.
I've got them on my.
Oh, they're
Starlet.
great when you're trying to smoke in the rain.
Yeah. As a former smoker, I love wind deflectors.
Also, I just realised it's got a tiny little spoiler as well. I love
It's lovely.
Lupos and Rosas are great. You can't not love them. I think they're just fab. But yeah, that's Josh's Arosa. I think group approval.
Yes.
It's red. No.
Oh right, so this is Ralph. Ralph is actually he's 17, right? He has 4 cars, so I couldn't fit them all on one page. So this is
How does he have 4 cars at 17?
I don't know.
That number seems low, but I don't know why we're surprised by this.
That's because we live in the UK.
Yeah.
You live on a bus with a massive field full of vehicles. We do not. I live in
The
my
entire
parents'
mountainside is covered.
He just seems remarkably privileged. Like, did nobody else's parents cut them off at 15 and be like, get out and get a job? Like, 4 cars at 17, Christ. I could barely afford a cream
In
egg
fairness,
at 17.
I don't think any of them are particularly expensive cars at 17.
I mean,
Mm,
so far I approve of both of the ones I see.
I approve of them. I'm just very jealous.
Are we
that
sure it's
he's
2
in this
separate cars
position.
though, and not one he painted just to make it look like the increase in the count here?
Yeah, he actually he's got all these great action photos of them drifting, and then he's like, "Oh, quick! I gotta make it look like I got more. Where's that spray can?"
No, it's like the movie Taxi, where like they go round after the crime and they
Just
peel
rip
all
the
vinyl
vinyl wrap
off.
off.
Yeah.
That's a good. It's not. It's a crap film, but it's a great film.
Yeah, it's crap because moments after that cool idea, there's a very sexually charged female search from the police. It's very weird.
It's a remake of an even weirder French film as well.
Oh, well, that explains everything.
Yeah.
Also,
Same rule.
apparently
I always
Tyler is
thought the
living
Taxi
many
in that
people's
movie
dreams.
was awesome.
Tyler,
It just-
you're apparently living many people's dreams here.
What?
Living in a bus with a field full of cars. I think 3 people have now said that you're living the dream.
Oh. Yay. I need more cars.
I was say you got a field full of buses mostly, really, haven't you?
Yeah. Haven't really mentioned it much yet on the channel, but we're going this week to go buy another. Well, not to buy another one. We've already bought it. I got to go pick it up. It's only like 8 or 9 hours away and hasn't ran in years.
Be fine. What can possibly go wrong?
Hopefully within like a day, I'll have it running and driving and get it back down here.
Yay! And at some point, if I ever come to the States, I can use it to sleep. I'm just gonna go vanish into the state. I'm sorry, love. I'm disappearing.
I am actually disappearing momentarily because my dinner's just arrived.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
BRB.
right, while she's gone, let's all talk about how she smells.
I smell like diesel perfume.
Damn it,
Thank
she's
you very
back.
much.
Oh no! Pooh. I met
Catch
you.
yourself on that one.
You're actually the best, and I love you. And please still continue to cuddle me and things. Thank you.
So can we
Yeah,
go to the
I'm
next
right.
page of the guy's fleet where he has 2 other colored Miatas with the same wheels?
They're on different wheels. Look, he's got this like white many spokey wheel back here, and he's.
I see a 5-spoke wheel and a 5-spoke wheel. I'm looking at it from a distance with my phone propped
think
up
they're
right
just the
now.
stock
But,
wheels.
Yeah,
In fairness.
the front wheels on both of them are exactly the same.
and so are the back. Looks like. Well, he might have flipped them around in the one picture. I'm not sure.
Well, this is his other cars. He
Ooh,
has
yes.
just sold the 328, but yeah, I like I like
I
the
don't mean
wheels
this
as
in
well.
a bad way, but I think that's the one I like the most.
The 328.
I love that generation of BMW in a two-door.
Yeah, I think they're one of the best looking, probably the best
But
looking.
E46 and E39s, those are the
Yes.
best BMWs ever.
No, I'm on
I'm
that.
back.
Oh, did I tell you the bad news about the E39 this week?
No, don't. What?
Okay, so it's supposed to have like 160 pounds of compression. 4 cylinders had 90, one had 70, and the other one had 40. And I was really, I mean, it was junk at that point anyway, but I was really hoping, the trick, you put a little bit of oil down to the cylinder and rerun the compression test to see if it's just like fucked cylinder walls or bad rings. I don't know how, but adding oil made the compression lower. I only got 30 the next time.
Oh. Well, I miss our E39.
So if anyone has a 2.8 liter BMW engine laying around, I could really use one.
You'll be quite jealous. So me and Matthew, when we grew up, we had an E39, but it was a 2.5 estate diesel.
Okay, so I actually looked. Siki makes a kit to LS swap those, and I have an LS sitting around that would just plop right in that car. The only problem is it has the Ace and 5-speed automatic in it right now, and I really wasn't. If I'm gonna do the swap, I kind of just want to throw it together as it is and get it driving. But I haven't found anyone that makes an LS swap to hook up to the BMW automatic. They all want to go to manuals and not manuals that come in the car. Like I could do like a CDO9 or a T56 or something like that, but that's gonna kind of break the budget on the really cheap BMW that needs an engine.
Yeah, but then you have a V8 manual E39.
Oh yeah, it'd be an M5 but with extra torque.
Exactly. That's just great.
And all the cam.
Exactly. So just do it. Just do it. Coward.
Just hack the center console, put a shifter and a hydro handbrake in it.
Can we talk about the Civic for a minute?
Yeah, I love the Civic. Someone's saying they hate the BBS wheels. I think they look really cool on it.
I don't know. I've not been a fan of stuff like that on something like a Civic.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of BBS wheels.
I'm not normally, but I think they actually work here.
Like older BMWs and Mercedes, stuff like that, I'm cool with them on. But like this, no.
Do you know what so Matthew, you'll back me up on this. There's a 206cc, which is, of all the cars in the world, not a good looking one, but it's got the BBS wheels, and I think it looks really cool in Stafford. I don't know why.
Why would I back you up on that?
Okay.
I don't even know what car you're on about.
You know what? So you go past on the way into town. You go past Rising Brook Surgery on the right. I point it out every time we drive past.
Maybe you do, but I don't listen to you, so...
That's fair.
Yeah. Most people tend to switch off,
All right.
I've been listening to you for 21 years. Sometimes I've got to switch off.
That's fair. Yeah, I can understand that. Do you remember when we had one? So me, Matthew, and our friend Jack. We went to McDonald's, right? And someone came in with one of these, and it just kind of half blew up while we were there. It just smoke everywhere all of a sudden.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it had the Rising Sun flag painted on the underside of the bonnet.
And then it was just this sort of middle-aged lady.
So it was a fitting sight, seeing it billowing smoke.
Yeah, it was this middle-aged lady who just kind of got out and went, it's my son's card and everything. And turns out his son was one of my followers. So we helped her out, and then he messaged me about 3 days later going, "Thank you for helping my mum." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool, man." So yeah, I like these though. I think they're good. Can I just say though,
love you.
How the hell can anyone at 17 afford to insure a BMW? Because BMW insurance in the UK, well, I guess this is Ireland, but in the UK, BMW insurance is ridiculously high. That's probably why you got rid of it, I imagine.
Newsflash, you lie.
I'm actually 48 years old, and my name is Jeffrey. And if you pull me over,
do you guys get discounts on insurance too for having like a shitload of vehicles? Because my insurance goes down the more I buy because they realize I can't drive them all at once.
I don't know. Our insurance is calculated by drunk wizards rolling dice.
Our insurance gets cheaper.
See, every time I buy another vehicle and add it to my insurance, it gets cheaper.
Yeah, as Matthew just said, if we just say, "Oh, it's actually my mum's car, I'm borrowing it for a pint of milk," our insurance goes down massively.
See, I tried getting a multi-car policy on all 3 cars, the Rover, the Starlet and the MR2, and they wanted to quote me £2,000 for a year, and I told them to go swivel.
Actually, that's not... I guess it's cheaper than all 3 insurance policies.
5 right now that are insured to be driven on the road, and I'm paying like less than $100 a month for full coverage on all of the 5 that are insured right now.
I hate you.
I'm paying £130 on all three at the moment.
Sadly, like if you break it down by unit cost, I think my motorcycle is the most expensive of all of them.
I hate you
My
all.
insurance was £43, but to add Alex onto it, it went up to, I think it was like 47 a month. Like, you made my insurance go up.
You brought mine down.
Yeah, that's because I've got a really boring job, so it brings the insurance cost down. But the way they
Okay, can we take a
underwrite
second to
car
understand here, like how stupid things? Okay, like I don't know if it is the same for you, but job here they generally ask on insurance. Sometimes here your credit score affects your insurance.
Yeah, it
which
does.
Do you want to know something
when you
interesting?
have like no debt and live on a bus in the woods is really good for your insurance apparently.
Me and
Which
my
I feel like should set off more red flags than it does.
So me and Matthew both work for Ann Car Company. But because we work in what is apparently the motor trade, we don't get we're not going to get ever third-party cover on another vehicle because I was chatting to the insurance lady about this. She said, "Oh, because you work with vehicles, you're theoretically probably going to have fleet insurance no matter what." I'm like, "But I work in the factory that makes engine parts. I don't even work with full cars." Yeah, but because it says the motor trade, you aren't ever going to get cover on other cars. I'm like, "Oh, well, that's a bit rubbish."
Yeah, it's a similar thing with my brother. His insurance goes up massively because he is a mechanic by trade, so his insurance is ridiculously expensive because of his job, and they presume from that because he's a 22-year-old lad with a Seat.
See, this is where my
who's a
farming hobby
mechanic.
comes in handy. Farming makes my insurance go down.
Growing weed does not count.
Hey, I do not live in a state where I can legally grow that as a crop. I would, I just can't yet. Currently, I grow goats and chickens.
Well, for some reason in my brain, I thought you just planted some goats.
I was exactly the same.
You just got a field of goats growing.
Like a pineapple.
Hang on, do goats grow on trees or in bushes? Are they more
Yeah,
like
they
a...
grow like pineapples.
Literally anywhere you can get them. The last time I went and looked at them, one of them was standing. Okay, you know those like dog houses that are like plastic, look like an igloo, so it's like a fucking dome with a little entranceway. It's like impossible to stand on with hooves. Yeah, no, it's just standing on top of it, taunting me.
Goats are great. I love goats.
Oh yeah, they will get up in the tree and get themselves stuck occasionally. It's hilarious.
But does anyone want the interesting facts on how insurance is underwritten?
Oh, okay. Come on. That's fine now. Come on, give us some facts.
So, depending on the day of the week of when the underwriters are underwriting will depend on the price fluctuation. So you may get a quote one week, and then next Thursday the moon might be full and the quote will go up. Depending on who it's underwritten by, will change the price. So you might be getting insurance through, say, like Hastings, but it's underwritten by Admiral. So you'd be better off in that case going directly to Admiral because you won't then get the additional charge for Admiral doing the work for Hastings, if that makes sense. Underwriters change weekly as well. So yeah, that's another way to save money. And they underwrite on stupid things. So each one has like a set band of like location and what they rate that on. So for example, I get rated as living in Luton, even though I don't because I have a Luton postcode. So they rate it as my car is more likely to get stolen because of the Luton postcode, despite the fact I live 20 minutes.
For the first time ever in my life, where me and Matthew live, we actually get cheaper insurance marginally. It's the only time our insurance has ever gone down because of our location. Do you want to know a way to save money on your insurance that I found out when I try to cancel my policy? It's ring them up and say I'm cancelling my policy, because when you do that, they will immediately drop the price massively. They dropped down by £220 within the space of literally like 2 minutes, just because I was like, yeah, no, I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's insurers.
Anyway, I'm going to move to the next slide now because I'm realizing I want to finish this in time for Top Gear, and that's 10 minutes from now, so I don't think we're going to get that level of time. So, here's Luke's Rovers.
Oh.
I know, it's the best, isn't it, Baron? So,
I'm a little bit erect.
Immediately, the best, fantastic, can't go wrong with Rovers. Rovers are fantastic.
Not much.
It's the
Do
MG.
they only have
75
one front
car.
end that they have to use between all the vehicles?
Yes.
No.
Don't complain about it. They're great.
Different shape.
The Rover 75 is one of the most underrated cars of all time. I have a weird love for the Streetwise. The van can get in the bin. I'm not really too fussed on that. And the ZS with, by the way, a 1.8 turbo. It's like a knockoff Subaru Evo thing that isn't nearly as good, but it's still really cool.
Okay, so the one that's in the top left corner with his name,
Yes.
that's good.
That's an MG ZS. That's a 1.8 turbo.
That is the one I like.
Yes.
I like the way that one looks. I also like the giant wagon.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know what the other two are, but
So,
I couldn't be less
You'll
interested.
love this, right? So BMW bought Rover out, right? And just like cut the funding massively on everything. But they said, right, we'll fund 3 cars for you, right? They said, well, we're going to build a new car. You can have 3, a 5 Series size one, and then a 3. What you're gonna get is 1 car. So what they did was they went, okay, well, we'll build like a kind of combination size of all 3, and that was the Rover 75, which is this one on the top right here. It's a front-wheel drive car that has a rear transmission tunnel that they were definitely never going to use to make it rear-wheel drive. BMW, we're not going to make a car that's going to compete with your 3 Series, we promise. It's just got a rear tunnel for chassis strengthening, right? And then BMW sold off all of Rover for £10, literally £10, and they immediately dropped a Ford Coyote V8 in it and made it rear drive.
Okay. In front-wheel drive, that wagon interests me considerably less than I thought. In anything rear-wheel drive, I'm back in.
It's got a transmission tunnel like immediately. You can make it rear-wheel drive. It's got a BMW 2-liter
So,
diesel in it, so I think it might be the
Buy
same.
one, and I will put an engine on a crate for you. We'll ship it over.
Is it by any chance an LS engine?
No, I have better ideas.
Also, can I just say, the Streetwise would have been a great idea if they'd made it 4-wheel drive, but it's just kind of a bit...
See, I've realised something about the Streetwise. Quite a lot of small hatchbacks these days have that shitty plastic thing on the front of it, and like all the like black plastic now to make it seem more adventurous. Rover were doing this in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I think it was actually really ahead of its time. That's the problem. Is Twilight Years Rover was really, really good, but like they just kind of,
like the 600. Oh,
It reminds me of the is it the Active Fiesta and like the Active Focus and that kind of thing. It's like the similar sort of idea.
I think the Streetwise was one of the early ones because he was the XC70, which is obviously the raised black.
There was a very limited run Starlet as well that had it.
But yeah, Rover was.
Does
one of the
everything
very
have
early
to be
ones.
about a Starlet?
What, sorry?
The man likes his Starlets.
Yeah, it's my little baby. It's better than a Micra. The Micra is like the golden child that everybody looks up to. It's like, oh, the Micra. Oh, everybody wants a Micra. But the Starlet's the boy. The Starlet is the one you want.
I like this one way too much.
I hate this.
No, I don't
so
like
much.
this.
I hate them. These cars make me irrationally angry. I hate Leons. They're not
I hate
sports
this.
cars. They're ugly.
Leon.
They're huge. They look like a golf club. I hate them.
They're okay.
You ever seen something so ugly it's cute? It reminds me
it's
of my
not even
ex.
cute. I hate them specifically for the one that parks at the end of my parents' street.
Yeah, I hate that
driven
one.
by a crackhead.
Oh,
I hate them because they can't park, and I hate them. I think they're awful.
Does he have baby blue calipers?
Yes, he does.
I kind of like that, but the rest of the car can get in the bin. I'm sorry, Jamie. I despise Leons with every part of my being.
I mean, it's good. It's good in a bad way. And if you took a saw to the front and put any other front end on it, I think it would go from like a 6 to a 10. I'm not going to lie, though. If I was drinking, I would probably buy one.
You'd buy many things if you were drunk.
A moped number plate on it.
You've seen some of the things I bought when I was drunk.
Exactly.
Why has he put a moped number plate on it?
I don't know. I hate this. There's nothing
Who?
about this.
Right.
Insurance fraud? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm thinking obviously he wants it to look like it's a Japanese import. Who is Japanese importing a Seat which is from Spain?
I'm changed. I can't look at this anymore. I hate this.
Oh, it's got worse.
I don't know. I appreciate
What do you
the.
mean worse? This is better.
Yeah, I appreciate this because it is literally just something he's bought to rag around his field, from what I can gather. It's a non-turbo diesel, from what I can gather. So it's
What's this TDIs?
It's TDI. It's just not the PD engine.
yeah, but I don't think it's turbo.
No.
That's what the T in
No, no, no.
TDI stands for, dipshit.
Oh,
Yeah, PD. The PD is a type of Volkswagen engine that everybody raves about. Like, oh, I'm gonna that's the engine. You know, the diesel swapped MR2 that everybody's
yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
That's what the PD.
May I make a
engine
suggestion to make this thing even better, though?
Put
If
the
it is
front on
just something to piss people off with and drive through fields, or even if you're going to daily it, may I recommend cutting the exhaust off?
I think he
Just
has.
unbolt it all the way to the back of the turbo,
I-
and I want to see it 90'd up out of the hood with a little tractor flap.
He did send me the. I don't know how to put videos on these, but he did send me a video, and I think it does sound like he has removed the back. And you'd be surprised
No,
how. To answer, there's a question in the chat. How can you have a diesel without a turbo? There are a surprisingly large number of cars that are for sale as diesels without a turbo. Like
My bus is a diesel without a turbo. It's got
yeah.
a supercharger.
You could get this car with a diesel without a turbo. In fact, there's I think the Mark V Golf also you can get as a diesel with non-turbo, and it's like 48 horsepower, something like that. It barely moves.
I want to drive it 60 mile an hour at a grass verge. Not
Just
not in
a-
a not in a destroy it way. In a I want to get as much air out of it as possible before I die kind of way.
I don't know. I saw a car hit grass at 60 yesterday, and it went airborne. It was cool.
Yeah, I saw that Snapchat. I was a bit concerned for you there. That was
I guess I didn't do a great job explaining I'm not the one who crashed.
yeah. Oh God, that's yeah.
But no,
okay,
it's got to have a tractor flap with a hood stack. Or a stack out the back with the tractor flap. I don't care where you do it. It needs a stack with a tractor flap.
Also, I appreciate the love you kiss.
Does it have a
kiss.
trailer hitch?
Yes, it is. It's in Northern Ireland and it's diesel. That's just Northern Ireland loves towing things for some reason. Tell you what I've seen in Northern Ireland before. Someone with a Mark II MX-5 towing a massive caravan.
Which part of Ireland is it that likes to blow shit up?
North.
Okay, good. You can tow a lot of explosives behind that.
Oh no, because I don't want to have to check the underside of my car every day. Can you stop talking about it, Tyler? I don't want to have to do that.
I'm gonna move before we get cancelled.
I'm safe. I live close enough to Luton to be safe. It's fine.
I'm Welsh, so they don't hate me.
Damn.
I care not a jot for the car, but I would have that bike in a heartbeat.
I think the car's really cool. I think it's like a cute little, "Rawr, look at me, I'm really fast. Rawr."
Yeah, but they're only 1 litre and the exhausts are fake and that's stock. That came out of the showroom
Okay,
like
so I don't think we get whatever that is here in the U.S., but it looks like you put a Kia Rio in a like car crusher and just squished it together.
Yeah, I think it's really cute. I quite like that.
I'm not saying I hate it.
I would describe it as your little cousin at a wedding. You want to see it for about an hour, and then you don't want it anywhere near you.
Big question:
Yeah.
does the bike do wheelies? Can you do wheelies on, on 125?
It's probably. I mean,
It depends how heavy you are. I couldn't do it, but somebody else probably could.
My four wheeler is a 202 stroke, and I can get that to drag grab bar in just about every gear.
I think it's a cool little bike.
I ride a
like-
Harley. I can do a wheelie on a Harley. You can wheelie anything if you try hard enough.
Oh, have you ever seen that footage of the police Harley? The police following a Harley, and it's got the massive saddlebags, and he does a wheelie, and it just sparks everywhere behind it.
See, that's why I don't have a lot of bags on my bike. I've got like the leather single pouch on my swing arm, and then I've got the roll on the front where I keep like my insurance and junk.
Oh, you
But
have
no, you
insurance now. I
clutch
I
dump it
thought
hard.
you were beyond that.
No, I have fleet insurance, man. I just call them every time I buy something new, and it gets cheaper. Unit price drops every time. It's great.
Tyler, have I ever told you I hate you? I love you, but I hate
Move to the U.S.
I don't want to be shot by you.
What do you mean? I'm
Right.
not gonna shoot you. You just gotta let me know that you're coming up the driveway.
I'm going to explain.
My emotional support turret's not very, well calibrated.
Tyler has invited me to go to America, and I'm being 100% serious here. Go on an experience where you can sit in that helicopter door and door gun a load of wild hogs. And I don't
I
trust
I
want
just
to-
built
I
a
wanna
50
do it-
caliber AR for doing that. My new 50 cal hog hunting AR is it's running titties. You got to come try it.
I want to come, please, please.
You're telling me you want to
in
shoot pigs
America.
out of a helicopter with me? I should make that very clear with that statement. I am talking about wild feral hogs here.
I'm not
Yes, I want to come and shoot.
To be fair, the same place we do that is the same place we're allowed to drive and fire actual tanks. So, do you want to shoot like a Sherman's cannon?
But here's the thing: is I want to do all these things. However, I know full well I'm probably going to fall out with the tank, and I don't trust Tyler to not accidentally run me over or shoot me accidentally, just because.
So the
getting
great place about the place in Texas that you can shoot the tank cannon is if you happen to go on like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and go buy a car the day before and give them the title to it, they will let you set it up on the firing range and put a cannon through it.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
They'll just scrap it when you're done.
Anyway, on to the Picanto.
I would like to ride the bike over the Picanto and then leave it. I think we should move on.
I don't like it. I like this.
Yeah, I kind of do as well.
Oh, it took me a second to realize that was a Golf.
Yeah, it's a Mark III Golf.
Hang on, I see like a truck's camper shell. I think that's what that is in the corner.
Yeah.
What does it go to?
Nothing.
I think it's a
that's-
Nissan.
Yeah, that looks like a Qashqai. Not a Qashqai, a Navara to me.
Mm.
I thought it
I mean,
was
it's
a truck
it's
parked
an
down
okay-
behind it. I realised that's just the carry boy on the floor.
No, what I'm trying to work out is why their house has got a chimney like a crematorium. Like, have they just got like a side business of cremating things? Like, you kill them, we grill
Maybe
them.
it's a bakery? Or it's like one of
Nah.
them old... Like it was a farmhouse that was turned into a... I don't know.
Usually, when you got the high stack like that, you're trying to hide the smell of cooking people.
Yeah,
I
I
could be
almost
wrong.
had the same age Sirocco at 17 for my first car. So I could have matched this if I had gone through with that.
Do you
See,
know
the
what?
Scirocco would have been cooler.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like
this
I mean-
generation Golf has kind of grown on me. Needs to
I
be
don't
covered
hate
in
it,
orange
but I don't
velvet.
love it.
Needs to be covered in
Ooh,
orange
no.
velvet.
No.
That's
Um,
nice.
But I do like the fact the number plate is MEH, like meh.
You
Meh.
know, going back to that orange velvet thing, the racetrack where they did the hill climb thing in that episode of Top Gear is literally down the road from my house, and I've been there before.
We need to go there and race
Chelsea
MR2s
Forge.
up there, and then when you crash, because I haven't sabotaged your car at all, I can have your roof.
Well,
Mm.
no, because if you
When is
crash,
it going
then
to be
you'll
an episode
dead.
where the two of you actually go try to see whose MR2 is faster on a track?
Well, the thing is, it'll be mine, and not for anything other than I know Perrin doesn't like driving really fast, because, you know, his eyes...
Well, you
Adds
get somebody
some
to
sort
drive
of sense.
Karens that fast then.
Yeah.
So if we find an independent driver to race the two, and we put like some money on this,
I would volunteer for this because I'm really competitive.
Yes, no, let her volunteer for it. I'll race Abby in your... I'll definitely win that one, so... I love
no,
you, Abby, but I'm definitely
saying
faster
I'm
than
very
you.
competitive. Yeah, but you've not seen how competitive.
wait. So you want to drive
blind
your car,
race.
and you want her to drive his car.
Yes.
If we're gonna do that, can I be her crew chief?
No, well, hang on, who's
You can
my
figure out
crew
how
chief?
you can figure out how to set your car however you want. I'm gonna do setup on the other one.
Balls.
I dump oil all over the track as well.
Yeah.
Don't
Man,
worry,
if you
you're
meant to
gonna
be
get
my
a
crew
free,
chief.
really nice setup on your car. You'll be good.
No, the simple way that we win this is we book it to do it on a sunny day. You just leave Alex outside with no sun cream, no sun hat, and no
Oh,
water.
I only got
Half an hour
mildly
later,
sunstroked and
he
nearly
can't
died
do
at
anything.
Goodwood. I was fine in the end. Yeah, all right,
you
you
just
get to
leave
drive
him
me.
outside to roast a bit, and you're good to go.
Look, I may have
Hey, if
fake
it's sunny and
ginger
in a racetrack, we better just be feeding him as much beer as he can take.
Yeah, that's not much. That's I don't like this. You just,
A whiff.
If I
So,
open the can and like
races
just
off,
kind of
races
blow it
off, I've
towards him,
decided I don't want to race you anymore. You're just mean. Big meanies. Anyway,
So
this
yeah,
is
that's how we win.
this is another Golf. This is Vampede's 1.4 Golf Mark IV, and I do not care for the Mark IV Golf in any capacity at all.
I love the Mark IV Golf. I nearly bought a Mark IV Golf. I would want to own a Mark IV Golf. I do not like this one. One, it's a Mark IV 1.4, so it's... meh. Two, the light. What is going on with the rear lights?
What's going on with the front grille? It
Yeah.
looks like someone's tried to like pinch it together.
What is he
I appreciate the fact it's a 3-door, at least. I like that. And
We've removed the rear wiper blade.
If you think that's bad, I'm gonna have
Original.
to put a picture in the group chat when we're done of the taillights on my flatbed. Whoever built the bed for the truck that I've got, it was free, so I threw it on there. My taillights are nowhere near the same spot on either side of the truck.
America
they
really
laid
is
two
the
pieces
Wild
of
West, isn't it?
triangle diamond plate over each other, cut the hole, and then realized that if you do that with like triangles, that diamond plate's one-sided, so one taillight's kind of like low and outside, and the other one's like high and centered.
That's
It's fine.
fantastic.
It's got taillights.
You can just do what you want in America, can't you?
I didn't even realize it when I got the bed. Like I said, I got it for free, and then I put it on the truck, and then I went to go put taillights in, and I was like, shit, those are nowhere near the same spot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one.
No, I mean,
Not much
Um,
we can say about it. The rear lights are
no.
shit, and the grill has had the badge taken off. That's about it.
but it looks like they've
And
taken the badge
also-
off, and the
It's
badge
not
got
just that
stuck
though,
on
but the
lower
whole bottom
slat.
bar of it's bent
I
up.
know. It looks like it got stuck to like the
The
bottom.
Golf is about to sneeze.
Yeah. He's having a sneak. But the other thing I don't like is that they've obviously put like the bin bag tints on the rear windows, but not like
On
the rear
yeah.
window.
I was trying to
So he's
figure
got,
out,
like,
is the rear
bin
side
bags
glass
over the-
tinted?
I don't think it is. I think
No.
that's just a reflection.
I think
Yeah,
it's
'cause you
the,
can see through the
um,
windscreen and you see the side ones on the
Yeah.
other side.
Mm.
I take that back then, so he's not got the sticky back plastic on there because that's just naff.
Yeah, I'm.
Just tint
nah.
all of it.
Right,
Yeah.
next one. Come on, next one. Oh,
I couldn't tell what this
Ooh.
was. I think it's a Jetta or a Passat. I don't know.
Looks more Jetta than Passat.
Yeah,
yeah, I would have said Jetta.
I feel nothing. I don't like the wheels. I don't like the stance. I don't like the color. I don't like the tinted rear lights. I do not like the blacked out badges. I
He's
like
done
the...
blacked out. He's blacked everything out on a silver car. So
yeah.
it just
And he's not even blacked the windows
Okay, but
out.
he's blacked everything out, but yeah, the windows aren't tinted, and why are the wheels not black? If you're gonna go for
Yeah.
that look, which I like blacking the everything out look, you gotta have black wheels and tint the windows.
Yeah.
And to random
half
dog
measures.
3, yes, I am Welsh. So is Matthew. Yeah, sorry.
Right. Mm.
Are you sure about that?
Which of you was that?
John Cena.
Yeah. Oh, that was okay. So it was you then, Paran. The thing is, you and Matthew sound vaguely similar on the call to me because I sometimes struggle to figure out which one it is. But no,
How dare you? We sound nothing like your brother.
somebody put current year car show special, which is spot on.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like it. It looks like somebody who had children decided they still wanted to modify cars, and they've got that.
Plus, I've kind
But
of gone really
that's the
far off
talk of
saloon.
the,
Okay, when you start modifying a car, I feel like there's 2 stages. There's one where you've actually modified the car, but then there's like that half measure where you walk down the wrong aisle of AutoZone and you bought all the crap.
I
Abby,
like
we
that.
don't-
At
we
least
Everything's
don't
it-
really
blacked
have
out,
an
but he didn't
AutoZone.
black out the things that needed blacked out.
Mm.
Abby, you're
Somebody
wrong.
said my name. What did
Yeah,
I say?
You're wrong.
Why?
You're wrong. This isn't a family guy that wants to modify their car. That's the Vauxhall Zafira
yeah.
title.
Or the
He looks like he'd be
Marina.
trying to sell you Molly.
Do you know what? The exact. In fact, I was about to say in my head, I bet you it's got a fake taxi sticker, or will have at some point. I just realised it's got a fake taxi sticker on the rear quarter window.
I
That's
just noticed
My
that.
my favourite joke about the fake taxi, it's hilarious. It was on well, there's your problem. Was that being a socialist, I don't support that sort of transport. What I actually prefer is the bang bus because it's more accessible to everyone around. And I delivered that really terribly, but that was a good joke.
It makes sense. I feel like the type of person who'd own this would either be somebody who goes up to like Warped Tour every year and is stuck predominantly in 2007, and that is their personality, or they wear E7 tracky bottoms. It's either one of those two, and I feel like they're the lower dregs of Tinder. So
I can guarantee anytime you're stuck behind this in traffic, there is the most thunderous vape cloud that is coming out of each window.
Yes.
mhm.
Mr. Temple has just said he can't park either. I just realised,
Yeah,
he's
he's-
parked diagonally, but the wrong way.
Yeah,
The space is already diagonal, and
I
he
guess he's
hasn't
going for the
parked
light,
diagonal.
so I'll give him that. But I'm sorry, Ethan. I hate your car. I hate this thing.
Also, follow me on Instagram. I want to see if my stereotypes of you were correct.
Also, apparently the
That's a ballsy move right there, telling people to follow you on Instagram.
You'll have to find me first.
Is this your first day on the internet?
the stream has just gone down in quality. Come on, laptop! I believe in you.
It's back up. You're all good.
Okay. Right. So, quick shout out to Katie. She's got a photography page. She's got some absolutely fantastic photography. Her name's it's YCT Photography. But yeah, these are her cars. I also included in the top. This is a Clio 182. She's got. And her boyfriend also has one, so in the top there, that's a cute little couple's photo they have together of their 182s, which I thought was quite nice, so I included that. But yeah, this is on the right.
Colour on Chris's, but I prefer the 3-door.
No. So Chris is.
The name of the car.
Yeah, I realised. Sorry, I thought you were on at the top. So the blue one in the top photo is not Chris. Chris is just the name of the car, and then obviously Marvin's the 182.
Yeah, but I prefer the colour of Chris. But I prefer the shape of of Marvin.
Yeah, definitely. Random Dog 3, you've had about 4 shoutouts, god damn you. I will come there and I will beat you up and your dad.
What
That's an improvement over what you normally do.
Why do you always want to have a go at people's dads?
Because it's a funny thing to say. It's an easy. If I say I'm gonna have sex with your dad, people they get confused. Because you go, I'm gonna have sex with your mum. That's predictable. I'm gonna have sex with your dad. Throws a curveball. They don't know what to expect anymore. They go like, what?
Anyway, back to the Clios. I know they're French, but don't get randy.
No, I absolutely love the 182. I think the 182 is like so. It's literally.
I want to know.
For context, Tyler. Imagine a Golf GTI, but lighter, slightly smaller, and like with 182 horsepower, naturally aspirated engine, squeezed between the front wheels, literally taking up the entire.
I have no complaints with that. I just know that the bit of experience I've had with French things was that one time that Jeep got really cheap and let the French do the fuel injection on Jeeps, and it makes me want to set them all on fire.
Yeah, but the basic stuff will work forever. Everything else will fail on it, but it'll be like fantastic. Apparently, they're like one of the best like front-wheel driver's cars from that era.
I don't know what you're talking about. French electrics work fantastic, and I've never had any issues with my Peugeot ever.
Did your car die at all today, Matt?
Shut up.
But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Chris. Chris is just, I think it's like a 1.2. I'm not sure. I like that generation of Clio, but not like major.
I know that this is going to be shocking to you, but the more boring 4-door one with less power seems more interesting to me.
What?
Okay. I have a propensity for renting shitty rental cars like that and destroying them at track events like autocross and stuff. You're wide open throttle 100% of the time. It is a blast. I have more fun driving something like that on track than I did my Corvette.
See, rental cars
because I'm just beating
the
the shit out of it the entire time.
Don't be gentle. It's a rental.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
just
yeah,
remember, if you blow it up at the track, have it towed home before you call the rental car company to come tow it. Don't have it towed from the track.
Bought the Clios first, or did they meet due to their love of Clios? I want to know the backstory between them.
They met.
What I will say is as well that these pictures, especially the one of Chris, looks like it's straight out of a brochure.
I know. She's again.
They both look like a loading screen on Forza.
Go check out YCT Photography. She has all the photos she sent me of her car were fantastic, every single one. So do go check her out. She's a fantastic photographer. Also go check out my man. Oh God, I've forgotten his name. Oh, I'm so sorry, my friend. Brain.
That's okay. You said his name already somewhere in there. They can go back.
No, I need to... Peter Banham. So he did my photography for my car, and he's also fantastic. They're friends, interestingly. What's happening
car
with
friends.
the live stream? Oh, it's fine.
All good. Live
Next
stream
one.
is fine.
Next one, let's go.
Toby Swift. This is just... It's a shame Jack's not here, because I thought Jack would go haywire. He'd go, oh, actually, the Swift's great, you know. Oh, sorry, I've just had a chance for a story time here. So, Never take a kid to a car wash in a convertible. My Volvo I bought a few years ago was a what do you call it? It had
Sunroof?
yeah. And I took my little brother into it, my little brother William, and he opened the sunroof as we were going into the car wash for the first time. Yeah. So that was.
Is it just me, or does this car look like a child's shoe?
Oh, these things are great. We did a review of one on the channel. You can check it out now.
I mean, it's probably fun to drive, but it looks like a child's shoe.
Hmm.
That's a fair comment.
I can't unsee it now.
Like
It's
when you're
also
talking
got a-
about like a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, where it's like the part where your ankle goes through is the biggest part of the fucking shoe. Yeah, 100%.
Why have I got a horrible feeling that Random Dog is William, our little brother? In which case, I'm not going to go and beat you up and your dad.
Let me have a look.
And George
Those
South,
who they subscribe to.
we might have done your MX-5 earlier.
Maybe. He's written maybe on.
I'm not going to go beat you up, Will. I'm not going to beat up Dad either.
Oh my god.
I might beat you up. Who knows? I might be mean. But yeah. Yeah, no, so these things are actually really good fun to drive. This one's a bit boring. You want really the sports one. They're great fun.
It's still got its rear wiper. I can appreciate that.
Wow, I didn't know you guys got those things.
Yeah, we had one.
I figured
well,
that
we had
disappointing pile was for the U.S. market.
we had the previous generation one, and Matthew, you really liked it, didn't you?
Sorry, I was just messaging our little brother to see if that is him on the.
It is him, I think, because he said apparently I beat him up all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had the previous generation one of these, and it was
We
Yes,
have Aston
I
Martin
was-
at home.
I was locked in by my mother one time. It was absolutely tipping it down in rain, and I was walking home. She picked me up, and I was in the back seat behind her and a work colleague, and they wouldn't let me out because obviously you have to go through the front to get out. So I climbed out, and my 21 stone frame slid down the front windscreen in the rain and sort of bounced off the bonnet onto the floor.
Mum said you totally deserved it as well, by the way.
What for? Oh my god!
Mum's talking us off in the comments. Mum, I'm not having it. Knock it off. Don't be bullying Matthew. He's on the live stream. So this is now a family affair apparently. Oh god. And to answer your question, George, I don't know if it's on the chat later. Instagram deleted a load of messages for some reason. So if yours is deleted, I do apologise. We will do another one of these at some point, so feel free to send it back.
It's nice.
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
I think they're an okay car.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I prefer the one that came before it.
I prefer the one that came after it because it's rear-wheel drive.
You guys have a different front end on those than we got, and I feel like it looks worse. Like the front bumper is different.
Ryan, who we went on the Scotland trip with, has got one of the previous generation. He's just put a big custom exhaust on it, and it does sound quite nice.
Do you know, funny enough, I passed him on the way back from yours yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I
Have
didn't
you-
notice
did
until he was.
you hear it?
No, because I have my
Oh.
music up and I also have my intake, which is making all my noise in my car.
But it does sound very, very nice.
This is the same age as my car, by the way.
It's actually.
Yeah.
Oh, 2009, yeah. I was like, how do you figure out the age from the number plate? I realized, oh yeah.
He has the same name as me, and he lives in the same place.
It is
It is you,
It's just
yeah.
you in an alternative universe.
Yeah, it's 2 years younger than me.
He's you, but displaced in time. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm changing that. So this
Oh,
is.
God.
Yes.
I'm not. I thought this was a Starlet. I wasn't sure.
It is a Starlet.
Yeah, but this is
It's
Sean's project
the
car.
generation before mine.
But the thing is, he's literally 13 years old, and this is his project car for his first car.
I have no complaints then.
That's that's so cool.
I feel mean bashing a 13-year-old then. Only slightly.
I love the fact that as a 13-year-old, he's doing his himself a project car.
I was gonna say, as a 13-year-old, any pile of shit with 4 wheels is gold. Because none of your fucking friends have one, and you'll never let them live that down.
Not a pile of shit, it's a beauty. A lovely little Starlet.
But I keep it, Sean. A big respect, mate. You're doing exactly what I wanted to do when I was 13. Keep it up, mate. That's great. I hope it goes well for you, mate. That's all.
Living the life.
It looks like he's taken like those rolls of lead, like the roll of lead that you get for putting underneath.
Yeah, just put that on his
like
bonnet.
You put that over the bonnet.
Yeah, it looks like it might have been roller painted or something. That's not the. I don't know. It's a Starlet. Let's be honest. It's a cheap Starlet. You don't really need to put, massive amounts of. Because the whole point of a first project, especially when you're 13, is to just do the thing. So, even if
I
it's
like
not
the
good,
Hawaiian flowers.
I don't know why he's got a Citroen badge on the top for some reason. And he's clearly gone around nicking a load of signs, so don't do that, you delinquent. That's.
But he hasn't got a roadwork ahead sign.
What are you talking about? If you're 13 and have a car, all you can do is drive around and steal signs.
He doesn't drive.
Don't follow my life advice.
I say that he probably does it. I don't know. It is Ireland, I think. Again, Irish Air Force, from what I can gather, is like one plane. So they may not have that many police. You could probably get away with it. So, yeah, that's the Starlet. I'm sorry, Paran, you're not going to be able to look at it now because I'm going to the next car.
No.
Oh, yes.
Move on.
Go back to the Starlet. I want the Starlet.
No.
I want the Starlet back.
No.
Yes.
Alpha GT.
Alfa Romeo.
Arguably the best car on this platform. Yes.
You're the only one arguing that.
Yeah.
You don't like Alphas, none of you, because you're all wrong.
Bullshit. Like a 4C on air looks good.
It does.
I don't know what the hell this is, but whoever designed the back of it needs to be fired.
Yeah, it's not the best back, but it's also the same platform as my 147.
Alex,
you ever heard of those sketchy surgeries in like Miami where they shove like concrete in your ass to make it like bigger? That's what it looks like they did to the back of this.
It's
In Dr. Miami.
It's a Mickey Rourke in car form.
Abby, do you mind deleting certain comments for me?
On it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. These are cool. And I think it's in Netherlands. He's from. Which is.
I mean, I don't hate it. I just don't like the car, but I like all black. All black is good.
The interiors on these are really nice. And it
It's from
sounds.
the
It's an Alpha,
Netherlands.
so it's gonna break a lot, right?
No, Alphas never ever break. Mine was never broken ever. Mine was great. You're
I
just
cannot
wrong.
count how many times I came home and half the Alpha
La la
was
la
just
la la
across
la
the
la la
drive.
la. I'm not listening. I've got my fingers in my ears.
See, this is why I own lots of vehicles because I like owning lots of crappy things. So chances are not all of them are gonna run at once. Which right
Well,
now I'm
it's why
actually
it's
doing pretty
that
good.
I'm insured on the truck because when my car inevitably breaks, I can just go in there.
Alex, you've got somebody on your team in the comments.
It's my Never Let Me Down though. Yes, thank you, Rick. It's a fab
I
car.
was on about Random Dog, but yeah.
Oh yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you, Will. I'm glad you missed the Alpha. Do you know when I told Will I was selling the Alpha, he actually cried like proper bawling. I felt really bad. I was like, oh, because I'd already cried knowing I was selling it, but yeah. The GT.
I would say on to bigger and better things, but you just got smaller and crapper.
No.
Parent sweeps in to defend me.
I'm taking Hurst's side. You bought a car that is like the least useful amount of car possible for one vehicle. Like, I could see if you were like him and had other options for stuff, but you bought a car that it's a stretch to take yourself in a backpack somewhere.
I tried to fit myself in
was
the boot earlier, and I
painful.
do not fit.
Getting to Goodwood was painful. I had my spine rearranged to get the lunchbox out of the boot thing.
Oh,
I actually have pictures on my Instagram. You can fit a human inside of the trunk of a Porsche Cayman. Buy that next time.
Yeah, I could do that. I could fit in the boot of an MGTF. I do not fit in the boot of an R2.
Next car. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
405.
405.
405.
405.
405.
I feel like these sorts of ones would be like owned by an elderly farmer, like in his 80s, and he's owned the car from new, and he just uses it to go and get a newspaper
I'm fairly
once
sure
a
We
week.
talk about
Young fella.
elderly farmer. I'm an almost 30 farmer, and I fucking want that. We
But
don't
you
get those
know,
here, though.
I'm saying
Actually,
like
you're
the
wrong.
type of person
Sorry,
you buy
I
it off
interrupted.
of.
This was the last car Peugeot sold in the US.
Really? We got those there?
Yeah, you did. So you remember last time we had the 405 turbo, which no, sorry, it was the 30. Never mind, I'm wrong. It was the 306 turbo. I'm lying. Turns out that was from Ireland. We got that wrong.
You're telling me
and-
like somewhere in like I assume Vermont, there's one of these things in existence.
Yes. So Peugeot did sell in the US for a
Oh,
while.
two
And
Auto
they just sold
Tempest.
really terribly. And I think these. And I think you can. That's 93, so you can import that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a list of vehicles that I need to import, but none of them are good.
He wants, ladies and gentlemen, he wants a Mark V Escort van.
Oh, nasty.
How much do you want one?
Pretty bad. There's a lot of Dodge product. Okay, I love Dodge. There's a lot of Dodge stuff that got sold in Mexico that didn't get sold here, like the second gen Ram Charger, which is a two-door.
No, what you want? If you're going for an
Durango.
Mexican market Dodge, you want the Dodge Hyundai Accent.
Well, no, I want that. I want the Dodge 6000, which is like a second gen Ram but a semi, and there's a Dodge Magnum. I don't remember what the fuck they called it, but it's a Dodge Diplomat and a two-door with a V8. The only problem is I don't know how sketchily legal it is to import lots of old cars from Mexico, because like I don't know how to explain to customs authorities I'm not trying to bring drugs in. I just want shitty Dodges. I don't think they'll believe me.
Take all the
Bribes.
door panels off and everything, so it's just a frame and panels, and then they can see.
I go
there's
down to
no
Mexico
hidden
and I break
drugs.
them into pieces and ship them back in a crate.
Label it.
Yeah.
Label it as the Dodge definitely not drugs.
So there was one of those Ram Chargers in the town I used to live in, and I kept asking the guy like how he got it here, and he would not tell me how he managed to get it here before 25 years. I assume it was just a Durango VIN number, and he didn't tell anybody.
I know there's a lot of Peugeots. I say a couple of Peugeots that have been taken to the States from the from Mexico and like sketchily re-registered over there.
Oh, actually, speaking of Peugeots that I want, if anyone can find me like a 205 Rally, like a 91-ish, I will give you money to send that to me.
I know someone who's selling one at work. Sorry.
Is it rusty?
No, it's been in a garage for 17 years. Just taken
That
out
might
on
be a
the
shut up
sunny-
and take my money
sunny
thing.
days. Well, my brother's first on the list, so if he decides he doesn't want it, I'll let you know.
I want to give my favourite weird piece of trivia on this car. So, that current setup there, that's a front-wheel drive car, that's, diesel up front. They bought the design for this, and they still make it in Iran. Or Iraq, one of the two, I can't remember now. But
I'm not surprised.
But for whatever reason, it's a Hillman Avenger with a Peugeot body. So it's a rear-wheel drive, like, anemic 70s four-cylinder from Scotland underneath a French body. One of my weirdest bits of trivia there, because the Middle East and Asia just get really bizarre, like, cars of ours after we've done making them.
You should do an episode one day on like the Chinese counterfeit car market.
I will at some point, because but yeah,
It's
this is
so
the-
bad.
This is the 405 diesel, and group approval, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I would drive it.
It
Even though
looks
it's red.
comfy.
Oh, that was
It
the
looks
last
like it
one.
would smell like of like good pipe tobacco though.
So-
All mould, because
you
it's
can
got a
imagine-
sunroof.
You can imagine a detective in a gritty crime drama from the early 2000s driving it.
You know, I did just see my local small town police department was hiring. If I had something like that, I would try. You know, just make that the patrol car. Oh, this is gonna be really weird to you guys. So I live in the middle of nowhere, like really small town, rural as hell, right? Our police department's pretty normal for the most part. It's all Chargers and Tahoes, except our detective. Our town's detective has a Volvo XC90.
I remember you telling me this.
Legend.
Yeah.
Legend.
He's just living his best life. Maybe he's
he
a
must
vampire.
Did they have an XC90?
It's so weird though, because like our town has like the Tahoes and the Chargers. The county has Chargers, Durangos, Dodge Rams.
Look,
And
the-
then just
you know
on all
he's
the
a-
really serious crimes, there's just a picture of a Volvo sitting outside with
the-
like some lights stuck to the windows.
the man clearly
you
likes his
know
Norwegian crime dramas.
Yeah, you know he's a good detective because he's not after the power grab of some big V8.
Yeah.
He's after the sensible, safe, good car.
And his partner's just been killed 3 days away from retirement, and now he's a grizzly old man.
They must come back into.
Yeah,
I
he-
mean, this is the
goes-
nicest way, but the guy also has a very weird taste in handguns to carry. So
Yeah,
Okay,
he
what-
just
what's
goes
his
on like
name?
a-
What
like a-
carry?
Maverick.
he has a subcompact 45. So it's I own the same handgun. It's a 45 caliber handgun. It's smaller than like my subcompact 9mm that I normally carry, but it's like 6 rounds of 45 is all it has in it because it's that small. It's such a weird choice. I mean, there's a lot of meth heads around here, and what we've learned is it takes a lot of bullets to stop meth heads. Ballsy move.
Not the USP, is it?
No, it's XDS.
These are all guns,
3.3.
and I don't know enough about guns.
I'm scared.
Anyway, so that is the end of this one. For whatever reason, Instagram deleted a load of them, and I don't know why. But please feel free, any of you, to resend your submissions in, or if you haven't sent a submission in yet, please feel free to send one anyway, because we'll do another one of these at some point. Again, at some point. As much with this one, I am incredibly unorganized and very, very far behind. So
And now we're gonna go watch Top Gear.
yes, we are. So thank you from everyone. Thank you for so goodbye from me, Alex.
Do we all have to say goodbye this time?
Yes.
Oh,
Careers and
bye.
employability.
Just say goodbye, damn you, all of you. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello.
Goodbye.
I don't even like saying goodbye in like Microsoft Teams calls. Like, oh,
Well,
Oh, you just hang up and leave. That's,
Yeah, I
that's
just
the respect
leave.
you show your employees
Yeah,
or your coworkers.
I'm just out. Like, I go in, I'm quiet, I don't say anything, and then I leave. Like,
and
you
that's
know,
what
I
we're
listen
gonna
to
do
what they've
now.
got to say and leave.
I'm just going to end the chat. So, goodbye,
Excellent.
everyone.
Bye.
Please don't leave me.
Bye.
Oh no, I gotta press the other button.
Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me.
It's ended.